This is Dr. James with Helpmommy.com. And one of the things that's sometimes very hard for parents to understand and come to grips to is there's diseases, there's illnesses that your child is going to get, that there's not anything out there to give them. You can't just magically make it go away. Some of the things you have to go through. So right now we're seeing a lot of a virus called Coxsackie. It causes a condition called hand, foot, and mouth disease. They can get a fever for a day or two. They get blisters in their mouth. It can be on their tongue, on the roof of their mouth, back in their palate. Extremely painful. I've had some parents that have gotten over the years, they describe it as like they're gargled razor blades. They also get a rash, and it can be anywhere from just little red dots to it can be blisters. It gets its name because it's one of the only things that ever causes things on the palms or the soles of your hands and feet. But literally this rash can be all over, and it really should have been called hand, foot, mouth, and booty disease because it really likes to cause a rash in the warm spots on your butt. This rash just kind of goes away. Sometimes it feels like it tingles or itches, but there's not really anything that you can do for it. There's not anything that makes the disease go away. We can only make them more comfortable. So we do things like Tylenol or Motrin to help with fever or pain. We go with cold things like ice cream, pudding, popsicles. We try and stay away from things like citrus juices, tomato sauce or tomato paste, which might burn. But it really takes the tincture of time. It's going to take 3 to 7 days before it goes away. One of the weird things that can happen with hand, foot, and mouth disease is that sometimes 7 to 21 days after the disease is already gone, sometimes they'll lose fingernails or toenails, and they just kind of peel off. Again, it's not something you do. It's something that I just warn people about because their first thing is, oh, my child has cancer. But trust me, that is not what cancer does. You don't usually lose fingernails or toenails. So the important thing is to remember that the doctor's not going to be able to give you a medicine for this. It just takes time for it to go away. And there's lots of things like that. There's colds, there's GI bugs, where there's not just a magic bullet to make it go away. It's just going to take time to help them to heal and then develop immunity to it, so hopefully they don't get it again.